All right, let's dive into something pretty powerful today. We're talking about a tool that every single citizen in Nepal has in their back pocket, the right to information. It's all about bringing transparency out into the open. So what does that actually mean for you? So what if you could actually hold power to account? I mean, really ask the tough questions like, hey, what's happening with our tax money? Or why was this decision made and not another? Well, guess what? This isn't some fantasy. It's a right you actually have. So what is this right to information, or RTI, really? Think of it as your legal key to unlock government files. It's pretty simple at its core. Let's say there's a road in your community that was promised, but, well, it's still just a dirt path. Using RTI, you could find out why, and maybe you discover the money for it went somewhere else. See? That knowledge forces action. It's this powerful cycle. You get to know, you get to question, and at the end of the day, you make sure public officials are actually working for you. It's a huge deal for good governance. But here's the thing. This right didn't just appear out of nowhere. No, it was fought for, hard. It's a whole journey, really. From a time when everything was secret to now where asking questions is not just allowed, it's your right. Okay, check out this timeline. Before 1990, we're talking about the panchayat system, and government operations were basically a black box, total secrecy. Then, in 1990, we get the first glimmer of hope. The Constitution actually recognizes this right for the first time. But the real game changer? That was 2007. The Right to Information Act gets passed, and suddenly this right has, real teeth. It has legal power. And then, to top it all off, in 2015, it's officially confirmed as a fundamental right for everyone. And just listen to the wording here straight from the Constitution. This is what's so incredible. It's not wishy-washy at all. It says every citizen, any matter, and shall have the right. I mean, that's not a polite suggestion, right? That is an ironclad constitutional guarantee. Okay, but of course, there has to be a balance, right? This amazing power to see public information can't just be used to snoop into people's private lives. And that's exactly where the right to privacy comes in. Think of it like this. RTI opens the doors to government offices, but it stops at the door of someone's home. The goal is transparency and public affairs, while always protecting personal dignity and security. So, the law is on the books, and it's strong. But as we all know, what's written on paper and what happens in reality can be two very different things. And yet, despite these amazing laws, there are some pretty big roadblocks standing in the way. And this table really breaks down those obstacles for us. First up, you've got institutional problems. I mean, some agencies just have terrible record keeping, so even if they want to help, they can't find the info. Then there's just awareness. A lot of people, both regular citizens and even some officials, honestly, don't know these laws exist. You also have to fight against a deep-rooted culture of secrecy, a sort of this is how we've always done it resistance. And to top it off, the group that's supposed to enforce all this, the National Information Commission, they often don't have the resources they need to be truly effective. But look, pointing out the problems isn't the end of the story. Not at all. It's really a call to action. So the big question is, how do we get from the promise of RTI to the reality of it? Let's take a look at the path forward. And here we have a pretty clear roadmap. Step one is just getting the word out, public awareness. We need everyone to know their rights. Step two, we've got to build up the capacity of the officials themselves. Then you have to strengthen the National Information Commission, give it the teeth and the resources it needs. A huge one is digitizing information. I mean, that just makes everything easier. And all of these things together start to chip away at that old culture of secrecy and replace it with a new one of transparency. And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? This isn't a one-and-done kind of thing. Strengthening RTI is a constant effort. Think about it. Every single time someone successfully gets information, every time a document is released, that's a small victory that deepens democracy and helps rebuild trust between people and their government. All right, so let's wrap this up. What are the key takeaways? First, RTI is your right. It's fundamental, it's in the Constitution. Second, the big challenge is that actually using it runs into some real-world hurdles. Third, the solution is a mix of things. More awareness, real political will, and stronger institutions. And what's the goal of all this? Simple. A transparent government and citizens who feel truly empowered. You know, this whole system, this entire powerful idea, really comes down to one thing. You. People using their right. The law has done its part. It's giving you the guaranteed right to ask. So now the question is turned over to you. What questions will you ask?